And we're live. Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us for episode 21 of Welcome to Nerdatory. And this episode is called The Detroit Suicide Hill. But more on that shortly. I'm Georgie, as always, and with me is Stacey. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm okay. Like I told you, I'm just getting ready for 2 tests on the same day, and I hate my life. But yeah, we have some game news, which we haven't had that much game news lately. Not that there hasn't been any, but I guess there's just haven't been things we want to talk about. But yeah, PT is going to get removed from the PlayStation Store. And that's not really good news because we're just worried about is Silent Hill going to come out or not, especially with the whole Kojima thing. I said it the way you say
it. It's almost like the S should be in brackets. Hills, as in there may be more. I don't know. It's getting removed from PSN on Wednesday. So anybody who hasn't played the PT, as they call it, the playable teaser or whatever it was, get it downloaded and keep it. For the love of God, keep it, because it's so good, and you play it again and again and again, and you're rewarded with that lovely trailer at the end, which might actually not happen now. And, well, I sent you that article earlier on, didn't I, Stacey? Guillermo del Toro basically saying that, you know, it's probably not going to happen. He's not going to be involved in it. So what the hell?
Yeah, and they should just do it. I mean, they got such good, overwhelming positive response from it, and the way they did it, I mean, they're just teases now, and playable teaser is an accurate name because they're just teasing us with this great idea, this great execution, and we're not going to get shit aside from a playable trailer teaser that you're not going to have anymore if you don't download it now. Or tomorrow.
Yeah,
or Tuesday.
You really must download it and keep it if you haven't got it already. And it's free as well, so you've got no bloody excuse not to. But yeah, it's with this Konami and their inside restructuring shit that they've done, which basically left everybody thinking that Lord Kojima was out of a job or something. You know, it's complete bollocks. And yeah, like you said, the response that they got from it, why would they not go ahead with it and not have Lord Kojima involved at all, or whatever they may be doing or thinking? It doesn't make any sense because they'd make like big money out of that. Yeah, with the reaction that they got, like you said, it just makes no sense at all.
Yeah, and if it's one person that doesn't want to be involved in it, they should still work to make the game. I mean, obviously, like if it's Kojima that doesn't want to do it anymore, let him step down. And if he doesn't want to do it, he shouldn't kind of hinder and not let anybody else do it, especially since it was such a good idea. And obviously, his name will be attached to it, so there's no negative outcome for him if they still do it and he's not involved. So I don't know, like, what kind of legal issues would be preventing that, which I'm pretty sure that's what it comes down to. And money.
Probably, yeah.
It's so stupid. And like you said, they'd make a lot of money from putting it out there.
Yeah. I mean, everybody was so excited for it, you know, after playing it and then finally realizing what it was at the end, and a powerhouse trio of Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and the mole himself, Mr. Norman Reedus. It just seemed like a match made in heaven that everybody would have completely fanboyed or fangirled over and basically just creamed their pants over it.
Mm-hmm. After shitting your pants over it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, it would have been such an excellent thing just for the Scares, if anything. Oh my God. So disappointed though. Really fucking disappointed.
Yeah, seriously. I was looking forward to screaming a lot and not being able to sleep and just being utterly terrified to the point where I can't keep playing and I can't play if someone else is in the room.
Look at them all, look at them all.
Yeah, giggling at that and then crying over something else. It's just frustrating, especially being in a situation where you literally can't really do anything. I mean, you could tweet about it,
Exactly.
you could be angry about it, you could even petition about it, but that's not going to make any difference because it's up to the headboards or the people in charge, the money handlers.
The dicks, basically.
Yeah, with their legal mumbo jumbo. We better call Saul.
Money. Yep. Totally could do with him on this. Nice one. Anyway, shall we move on to the next news piece?
Yes. Talk about your shirt.
Oh yeah, my shirt. Check this shit out. Yeah, because a couple of weeks ago, if anybody's been living under a rock or something when this happened, Square Enix put out this thing, and it was on Twitch for 3 days with the hashtag can't kill progress. So you're watching this video of this guy pacing about this cell. It must be something, I don't know. And every so often, a guy would come in, he'd get interrogated, he'd basically get punched up about and blah, blah, blah. It was on a loop, so yeah, whatever, we get that 3 days. Of course, they're not going to have a video of a guy in a cell for 3 fucking days live. Actual torture, they're not going to broadcast that. So, carry on watching it, and then it'd have like a little counter thing at the top, counting down for the next vote. So, me being me, I was absolutely engrossed in it for 3 days. Setting my timer and everything for when the next vote was going to come up. Right, 4 hours. I shall be back at my computer in 4 hours. And then you get the option to vote. What happened to this guy in this cell? So, to cut a long story short, you'd vote, and then whatever got the majority vote would happen to this guy in the cell. And then you'd go back to the loop of him pacing, blah, blah, blah. You come back for another vote, and the same thing would happen again. And during this time, his interrogations and all these other interventions that happened, he would be screaming his head off for his medication, and he'd be like, oh, I know nothing, I know nothing. Oh, yeah, he was Eastern European as well. Just put that out there. And then as time went on, other things happened, blah, 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 more votes. It carried on for 3 days. As it turned out, and this is what killed me, we had a leak of a load of concept photos and stuff for the next Deus Ex game, Mankind Divided. I was like, yeah, that's what this is. We kind of had an idea that this whole 3-day promotional thing was for the new Deus Ex game, but some bitch went and spoiled it. And then on the 3rd day, I don't know, it must have been about 4 o'clock my time, they showed an interview with all the guys from Eidos Montreal who make the game, blah, blah, blah. And then you got just this phenomenal trailer that's so pretty and brilliant. The return of Adam Jensen and the guy who voices him, Elias Tefexis. In fact, I don't know if you'll remember it, Stacey, but there was an episode of Supernatural that had an evil twin in it. I think it might have been season 2.
Who's evil?
Yeah. Sam and Dean go after this guy who has this van with like all these wolves and this like Amazonian warrior painted on the outside, and he could actually control people with his mind. So he got what he wanted. And this is when Sam was having all of his.
And they were like getting these people and putting them like in a barn or something, or just like using their abilities.
No, the guy. He had this little fancy woman that worked in a coffee shop. And this is when Sam was having his like massive nightmares and stuff. And in fact, I remember this one scene where they're on this bridge and this guy is telling this woman to jump off this bridge and she's about to do it. And Dean's like up on a rock somewhere with a fucking sniper rifle, and then he's about to shoot himself because this guy telekinetically told him to shoot himself. Oh God, it was so weird. Well, the actual evil twin in the episode was Elias Tefexis. I don't don't know where I was going with that, but he's the guy who voices Adam Jensen in the Deus Ex games. But that's what I specifically remember him from. He was also in another TV show, Alphas. Do you remember seeing that?
No, I don't think I've ever seen that. Yeah.
I think it was on the Sci-Fi Channel or something. He was also in that. So it's like, I think a lot of people actually know him more from the Deus Ex games as Adam Jensen, and he's got this absolutely just, I want to hump that gravelly voice. That's all I can say, really. But I'm really looking forward to it. I played the first Deus Ex game on PS2. It was like back in 2002 or something. It was on PC originally, and it was fabulous. Really quirky as well, and quite conspiracy theory based and blah blah blah. And then Deus Ex Human Revolution, that was on PS3. That was an excellent game. That was so much fun. And I can't wait to see what they turn out with the new one, Mankind Divided. But three bloody days, Square Enix have put all that money into hiring all the people to do that and then streaming it on Twitch for 3 days, only to have some arsehole spoil it the night before.
Ah, that is so annoying. It makes me think of what Roy in the IT crowd said about people who spoil things, but I just can't remember what it was, but it was so true. I think something along the lines of I think it was something along the lines of like they're the worst kind of people or something.
I remember that episode. You will be receiving a call from a man named Dominator. Put the phone down on him. It was so funny.
Movie. Was it the episode with the German?
The German guy who played the cello, was it?
Yeah, and it was just a mishap with Moss. That was a good episode. And that's the one that had the stupid you wouldn't shoot an officer and then take a shit in this hat and then deliver that hat to the wife. That was a really good episode.
That was an excellent episode. It was brilliant. But yeah, we don't have a release date yet, but Deus Ex Mankind Divided is already up for pre-order, and I am crossing my fingers hoping that they do some absolutely fabulous limited edition box set thing, where, I don't know, you could get like a figure or some shit like that, because I really want an Adam Jensen figure, because the one that, oh Jesus Christ, it was a Play Arts figure that they did, and it's all articulated and stuff. It's got joints and elbows and knees. I don't fucking like them. I want a proper one. I need a limited edition.
In your opinion, do you have to play the first games in order to jump in, or can you just jump in without knowing too much of the backstory? Because I've never played any of the games, and I just want to know if I would be able to jump in or if I'd have to play it from the beginning.
Yeah.
If it's kind of like a continuing story, kind of like God of War.
Yeah, I think you're probably actually better off playing Deus Ex. Definitely not the first one, because that is set in the future from the Adam Jensen era Deus Ex games. Human Revolution, I say maybe play that first, and then when it eventually comes out, Mankind Divided, and then maybe the first Deus Ex. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, that one's set maybe about 20 odd years in the future from the ones, the Adam Jensen part of the series. So, yeah, I think that would be the correct order. Human Revolution, Mankind Divided, and then the first Deus Ex. I think that would be the best order. Well, it's been years since I've played the first one.
I will ask you about the order in the future.
In the future, the not too very distant future, hopefully.
Yeah, the future games where I have free time and I could play games.
And you don't have exams all the time.
Yeah, especially not on the same day. Anyway, should we move on to the next bit of news / anger? No, disappointment.
I think it's a mixture of anger, disappointment, shock, with quite possibly a bit of laughter / weeing in there as well at some point. Because earlier on this week we finally got a picture of what is 99.9% gonna be Jared Leto as the Joker in the upcoming Suicide Squad film, and there's been quite a mixed reaction about it. I've said mixed reaction. A lot of people, I think, are just completely taking the piss because, well, in fact, we posted it. I posted it on the Welcome to Nerdatory Facebook page and just kind of went, you think?
Yeah, which if you viewers haven't liked our page, feel free to like it. We usually post stuff, and by we, I mean mainly Georgie. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, cut out a minute just then.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Now I can see you.
Is that better? Yeah.
No, never mind. I can see the little you, but now I realize that it's frozen still.
Probably my crappy internet connection and that bloody tree outside.
Oh, you're back. The tree.
That bloody tree.
It's like a remake of Evil Dead. Only the tree attacking via Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Bastards. So, well, what were your first impressions when you first saw this image of the face?
I saw it just scrolling through my Facebook feed, and I kind of thought it was a joke at first until I kept seeing it, and I was like, oh, so this is what it's going to look like. This isn't some weird fan concept. And then I just felt completely indifferent because, like I said on the Nerdatory post, I wasn't too keen on Jared Leto playing the Joker. So if it's even more removed from the Joker we've come to know, the better. Because either he could just knock it out of the park and make it fantastic and his own thing, or he could completely fuck everything up. And that's fine because, you know, we don't know this guy, this Joker, this with the damage and the everything. Ha 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 ha.
Oh, yeah, he's got damage tattooed right on his forehead and shit, hasn't he? And
I think that's the worst tattoo on him.
Grills as well.
I mean, that I can accept. Maybe he has fucked up teeth. That happens. It's just everything about him. He's kind of like weird. But I mean, I don't know. It's weird. But if he could work with it, if he could make it awesome, then hey.
Yeah.
He made this kind of like iffy image into something great. And if not, it could be like, hey, that image was iffy and we were right to not trust it. So definitely, we'll wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see. It's like everybody's just started going absolutely to town on him and comparing him to Heath Ledger's portrayal as the Joker. You know, because the Jack Nicholson never really ever got mentioned at all. They're all comparing him to fucking Heath Ledger.
Well, when Heath Ledger was going to do it, they were talking about Jack Nicholson. And now since it's kind of Heath Ledger did a fantastic job, now Jared Leto has to live up to that, just like Heath Ledger had to surpass Jack Nicholson, which was, he was just a very goofy Joker. But I mean, the Batman movies are goofy then too, so.
Yeah, I blame Tim Burton for those, but I mean, if I had my way, my ideal Joker would be Jack Nicholson's almost like physical portrayal as the Joker, but along with Mark Hamill's voice when he did the Joker in the Batman animated series. If he could just somehow magically combine those two, that'd be ultimate impeccable Joker for me.
The actor that could do that, I have the actor in my head that could play it, and it'd have to be what's his face? Fucking Brokeback Mountain guy. Not Heath Ledger. Why am I forgetting his name? Jake Gyllenhaal?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Because in Nightcrawler, his fucking smile and everything, he was just so creepy and sinister without necessarily being overt about it. He was just so unsettling. And I felt that he would make such a great Joker because of that. And if he could have Mark Hamill's voice, that'd be great. Because Mark Hamill has a fantastic voice.
Well, Mark Hamill as the Joker, I think as soon as even if you're watching like fucking Star Wars or something like that, it's somewhere in the back of your head. That's a Joker, Mark Hamill. Yeah, you know. Get a little bit of the Beavis and Butthead thing going on, like, yeah, you know. I know that guy. I watched him a lot.
That's how I felt watching him in The Flash as the trickster, I think. I think it was trickster. It's not the jokester, because that's a little too on point. But yeah, when he was shouting, you could just hear the Joker's voice. And it was pretty great. And it was hilarious because he told this kid that he was having help him out, "I am your father." And I just lost my shit. It was so great. So if you haven't seen that episode, you should, because it's just hilarious.
Oh, just getting in them little Easter egg moments. It's almost like going, look, kids, it's Mark Hamill. Almost like in, what's it? Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Hey, kids, it's Mark Hamill.
Exactly like that.
That was funny. Oh, Jared Leto was the Joker, though. It's like, I said to you about Affleck's Palace, didn't I, in Manchester? My thought was, it's almost like Jared Leto was hand in hand with Michael Jackson and Marilyn Manson, who went skipping through Affleck's Palace in Manchester and come out looking like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
There'll be a few people who know what Affleck's Palace is, but basically it's just a big building right in the middle of Manchester that has a lot of alternative style shops in it. Tattooists, piercers, gothic and punk and whatever clothing shop, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he just basically probably got lost in there one time. Yeah, with the one glove, so Michael Jackson's in there, you know, and all that shit.
I don't know. And
Marilyn
like
Manson,
Jared Leto's a really good actor, so hopefully he can make it work. I hope. I mean, come on, DC, what are you doing? I don't know. I hope so. I really do.
That's what we need from DC. We need. I mean, I think they're getting better with the TV show kind of side. Constantine and The Flash and what have you. Yeah.
I was trying to think. I was like, no, there's just Gotham. What are you talking about? I just instantly think of Marvel when I think of, I don't know, success, which is sad. Well, for the comic book, because like Marvel's just fucking hoping everything out, and it's just making so much money. And with DC, it's just kind of like, oh, I don't really trust you yet. But you're right, TV wise, yeah, they're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, but they need to basically bring the heat with the films and everything, and try and stand up to Marvel. That's what I'd like to see, at least anyway. Yeah, Suicide Squad.
What about
it's like, well, looking. Oh, Batfleck. Every time I see a picture of Ben Affleck as Batman, or I see the trailer for that fucking film, I just can't stop laughing. I can't help myself up. Batfleck.
But what did he say? Like, do you bleed?
Do you bleed?
I saw this really cute like Photoshop thing that was just all like, oh, Superman senpai, and they're just kind of like spooning together while standing up. It was really stupid, and it wasn't that funny, but it was great because I'm already not taking it kind of seriously, so that just made me super giddy. But I don't know.
Oh, with his shiny eyes as well. It's like, yeah, that's cute, really.
I wish they would have done like less like LED looking eyes and more kind of like that white Sin City look. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like white fake backdrop in the eyes. That'd be cool. That's what I kind of imagined, and then I was wrong.
Yeah. Although when I did see that trailer for the first time and he had his glowing mad eyes, I just instantly thought, Batman's got fucking detective vision on.
Oh god, that was so weird having to switch back and forth in the video game with that. And then it'd get so lost when I didn't have that vision on because I'd be like, what place is this? I haven't been here before. Where am I? So I either had to play the whole game one way or another, which I just played it in the detective mode because you're not gonna see shit.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, well, the game's so dark anyway. It's like you might as well just play it all the way through with the fucking detective vision on. So, but one thing I did want to say was, seeing as we've got this image of Jared Leto as the Joker now, I wonder what the rest of them are going to look like, especially Harley Quinn. Especially.
That's true. Oh god. She's.
I'm just put the dread in me now. Ugh.
Are they all gonna look
be
just
covered
like
in
him?
shitty tattoos?
I saw this comment on the Facebook post. I forgot what post it was, if it was a Facebook group or IGN or whatever it is. But they said they wrote, I thought it was supposed to be Suicide Squad, not Suicide Girls. And it was hilarious. But it's on point. I mean, no piercings, just like all those tattoos. And I feel like they're all gonna look like that and kind of worries me. Or they're gonna be just over the top and exaggerated in their appearance, but not necessarily just to go along with the comic books or anything like that, just trying to make it outrageous and different from things that have been done. But I just hope that because of that, it doesn't kind of take away from everything else, you know?
Yeah. Well, so one of my initial reactions after seeing Jared Leto as the Joker was, are they trying to make him like Gangstar or something like that, you know, with all the crappy tattoos and the fucking grills and everything? Is that what they're trying to? Not like an actual proper full on batshit crazy super villain, but just like, you know, the guy that goes around peddling meth or some shit like that.
I got like street punk vibe from him, and it was just very weird. He just needed like little studs on his little glove and like a vest with patches on the back.
Like he should be going to a fucking Rancid concert or something.
So weird.
I don't know. Oh my god. I think we can safely say that we don't particularly have high hopes for this. You reckon?
Yeah, but I mean, that's good. If we have zero expectation, no matter how bad it is, it'll still kind of meet our standards. And if it's actually good, it'll blow us out of the water. It'll be like the best thing ever, and we'll eat our words, and it'll be great. I hope that happens. I want to regret everything I say.
I'll be like, I was wrong. I was wrong.
And it's great that I was wrong.
Thumbs up. Oh, Christ. All we can only say is like pen for release next year or something.
Yeah, was it 2016? I can't remember. I know I saw a post with all the movies releases that are comic book based, and it's just a lot. I know Avengers comes out next weekend, and then Ant-Man sometime this year, and then something else sometime this year. There's just so many movies. That's so much movies. I know how to speak.
Although in saying that, Vin Diesel actually put on, I think it was last week or something, he said, right, Fast and the Furious 8 is out on April 16th next year. I was like, that's pretty fucking precise, isn't it? No?
Is it just going to be him walking around vining?
Probably.
Go driving. Going a little fast on speed bumps. Whoa!
Reversing over those stupid spikes. Oh shit, man.
That'd be great. I would watch that movie. Especially if he just like did his like weird animated voices, like what, the Iron Giant and just Groot, which both of those characters had like one line. Well, I think the Iron Giant didn't really even say anything at all. It'd be fun.
I'd watch that. I'd pay to see an hour and 40 minutes worth of Vin Diesel just backing over things and, you know, cutting corners and going, oh shit. Like,
yeah, rolling around on his head, just like trying to run around, get in the passenger seat, but still scoot down because he has to drive since he's the only one in it. That'd be great.
I'd pay to see that. An hour and 40 minutes of Vin Diesel just driving. That'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, is that about it for this week? We've had our moment of bitching.
Yeah, we did. I think it went well. I mean, we weren't too rough on Jared Leto, or at least I don't think so. I mean,
I've been laughing
really
that much.
actor.
My face actually hurts.
Yeah, I feel really tired now, but it could have been the Red Bull, or it could have been for me enjoying this so much. But yeah, I feel sore right here. Being expressive.
Yay.
Okay, so are we done then? Oh, I got something on my arm.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Okay,
But
so
we shall be back next week.
Yes, just a quick word on that. We're I think gonna have another episode on Friday because it's when I get out earliest from school. Yeah, that's true. I was like, wait, I get out early Wednesdays too, but no, it's not as early. And that's when we're gonna have our telly talk because somebody has been very behind and has only been watching Walking Dead episodes that are old, and they're still really good. So I've been binge watching that with Josh, and it's been pretty great. But yeah, I need to catch up on The Flash because it's a really good show. On Powers because it's fantastic, and Supernatural because it's almost over.
I still haven't caught up on Supernatural at all.
I feel like I could just say the key points, and you don't have to watch anything because nothing really has progressed. Well, there's a cute moment between Dean and Crowley, but again, we've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen that. There's an angry ginger in it, and that's about it.
Well, I guess there's two because Charlie comes out in it every once in a while. But yeah, the other one's
two angry
very angry.
I get the general idea.
What else? Oh, Saul. Better Call Saul. We're going to talk about that. We're potentially going to mention some Game of Thrones and maybe some Orphan Black, but I'm definitely going to talk about iZombie and how it's doing so far, which I feel a little bit.
I need to start watching that.
Yeah, and then I think you'll understand why I feel mixed about it. Yeah, so I'm excited for you to watch it.
I shall get on that. I'll download it.
Yes. Oh, and I was going to tell you should try to watch RuPaul's Drag Race on the logo.tv website. I think it's .tv, or is it logotv.com? I think it's logotv.com because you can watch it for free.
Somewhat with the logo in it.
And you can watch all the seasons. But anyway, so that's it for this episode. Sorry for that slight tangent to Georgie, but I love drag queens and watching RuPaul's Drag Race. It's very fun. But yeah, this was episode 22, 21, and 22. It was episode 21, Detroit Silent Hill. No, Detroit Suicide Hills. Oh my god, I'm losing it. Okay, I'm Stacey. Goodbye. This is Georgia. She's gonna say goodbye too.
Bye.